Have you ever asked yourself what really happens when you close your eyes at night? While your body slips into stillness, your consciousness begins to stir. It doesn't sleep, it journeys. Behind the curtain of rest lies a hidden world, a dimension we cross into every night but rarely understand. What if your sleep wasn't just recovery, but a gateway? What if your dreams weren't just imagination, but something far deeper? In this video, we'll explore the extraordinary truth behind what happens to your mind and consciousness while you sleep, and why it may be the most overlooked spiritual event of your day. Across cultures and centuries, sleep has been considered sacred. The Egyptians believed dreams were divine messages. Hindus wrote of the Atman, the higher self, traveling to subtler realms. Greek philosophers like Plato believed the soul left the body at night and accessed truths unreachable in waking life. Shamans from tribal cultures journeyed through their dreams to connect with spirits and bring back knowledge. Why did so many civilizations see sleep as more than rest? Because they understood that in those hours, the boundaries between worlds dissolve. Science, too, has begun catching up. While we sleep, especially in the REM phase, brain activity becomes eerily similar to states of deep meditation and even near-death experiences. Your heart rate changes, your breathing shifts. Time becomes distorted. Some studies show that during REM sleep, your brain lights up in patterns that don't match typical resting states. In fact, parts of your brain become even more active than during the day. But why? What is your mind doing when your body is unconscious? Some suggest it's memory consolidation or emotional processing, but others believe there's something far more mysterious taking place. And here's the puzzle. If consciousness were just a side effect of brain chemistry, how do we explain people experiencing vivid spiritual visions, astral travel, or lucid dreams where they visit unknown places and later confirm real details? Could it be that our consciousness isn't confined to the skull? Could it be that during sleep we escape the illusion of separation and step into a larger field of reality? Out-of-body experiences, or OBEs, offer a compelling glimpse. Many who've had them describe floating above their physical body, observing their room, traveling through walls, or flying through unfamiliar landscapes. Some claim to have visited other cities, planets, or dimensions. While skeptics say it's the mind playing tricks, others believe these journeys are real. Institutions like the Monroe Institute have spent decades researching this phenomenon. Robert Monroe himself, once a skeptic, became a pioneer in consciousness exploration after countless verifiable experiences. Consider the documented case of Ingo Swann, who participated in government-funded research on remote viewing. While technically not sleep-related, Swann entered altered states where he could accurately describe remote locations, including the surface of Jupiter, details later confirmed by satellite imagery. It raises a powerful question. Is the mind capable of reaching places our body never has? And there's a key element many people miss: intention. What you feel and think before sleep can directly influence your journey. Going to bed in fear or stress may lead to chaotic or dense dreams, but sleeping with clarity, gratitude, or curiosity can open pathways to higher dimensions. Just like tuning a radio, your mental state sets the frequency, and what you encounter while you sleep depends on what frequency you're on. This is where sleep programming becomes incredibly powerful. The moment before you fall asleep, known as the hypnagogic state, is a golden doorway to your subconscious. Your brain begins to enter a theta state, and during this short window, it becomes highly programmable. Geniuses like Thomas Edison used it to receive ideas. He'd hold steel balls and drift off. When they dropped, he'd wake up with fresh insights. Nikola Tesla used dreams to work through complex equations. Their secret? They didn't let sleep happen to them. They used it. You can do the same. Before you sleep, speak a simple command. Tonight, show me what I need to understand. Or, help me solve this problem in my dreams. These phrases act like software instructions for the subconscious. Over time, they shape the nature of your dreams and deepen your self-awareness. Combined with dream journaling, writing your dreams immediately upon waking, you begin to map your inner world. Some dream researchers suggest there are entire ecosystems of consciousness we visit during sleep. Tibetan dream yoga speaks of using dreams as preparation for death and rebirth. Practitioners learn to remain aware during dreams so they can retain control after physical death. In Aboriginal Australian culture, the Dreamtime isn't just dream experience. It's a creation myth, a dimension of eternal truths accessed through dream consciousness. But where do we actually go when we sleep? Some mystics believe we journey through layered realities. Esoteric traditions describe multiple planes: the physical, the etheric, the astral, and beyond. The astral plane in particular is seen as a malleable realm, shaped by thought, intention, and emotion. Here, beings of light, teachers, and even deceased loved ones may reside. It's in this dimension where many report their most powerful spiritual dreams and encounters. You've likely had dreams that didn't feel like dreams. Maybe you felt yourself flying. Maybe you met someone who shared a message that stayed with you. Maybe you traveled to a place you didn't recognize, but it felt familiar. These aren't just tricks of the mind. Some researchers believe they're fragments of consciousness traveling through the astral field, momentarily free from the body. Carl Jung spoke of the collective unconscious, a shared pool of symbols, memories, and truths that humanity taps into during dreams. This might explain why people across cultures dream of similar places, symbols, and beings. And in even stranger cases, people report having the same dream on the same night as a friend or loved one. They described the same landscapes, the same events, even shared conversations. Is it coincidence, or is consciousness not as separate as we believe? Quantum physics hints at this interconnectedness. The idea of entanglement shows us that particles can influence each other across great distances, instantly. If this is true at the subatomic level, could it also be true for consciousness? Perhaps when we sleep, our individual minds become part of something larger, a unified field where all information, all time, and all possibilities coexist. Another fascinating phenomenon is precognitive dreams, dreams that reveal future events. Abraham Lincoln reportedly dreamed of his own assassination days before it happened. Many people have dreamed of disasters, personal tragedies, or life-changing moments before they occurred. Science has no firm explanation, but many who've had these dreams report them feeling more real, more vivid, and emotionally intense than typical dreams. This suggests that in the dream state, the mind may step outside linear time. Physicist John Wheeler proposed that the future might influence the past. Could dreams be a portal where consciousness accesses data from what hasn't happened yet? At least not in this timeline. We also have the phenomenon of shared astral experiences, in which two or more individuals interact within the same dream. Upon waking, they recall the same events independently. Though rare, there are dozens of documented anecdotes of this phenomenon, especially between close partners, twins, and spiritual teachers and their students. These accounts suggest that consciousness isn't isolated, it's relational. There's also an emerging trend of people using binaural beats, guided meditations, and light-frequency technology to trigger lucid or astral states while they sleep. Some even report spontaneous healing experiences, where physical ailments feel better after what they describe as energy work in a dream. This overlaps with what energy medicine practitioners and quantum healers have described for decades. The more we look, the more sleep appears to be not just rest, but a gateway to awareness, healing, and revelation. Spiritual teachers say the state of your consciousness before sleep affects the realm you access. If you're weighed down by fear, guilt, or negativity, you may descend into lower astral zones, places that feel heavy, dark, or unsettling. But if your thoughts are centered in love, truth, and curiosity, you may rise into higher realms, places of peace, light, and wisdom. This also sheds light on nightmares. Rather than dismissing them as bad dreams, we can view them as emotional messengers. They often reveal unresolved fears or repressed memories. They can also reflect the lower vibrational layers of the astral field. By facing them consciously, writing them down, and seeking their symbolic meaning, nightmares can become powerful tools for transformation. Some people experience sleep paralysis, a terrifying moment of waking up and feeling unable to move. Often, they sense a presence or see shadowy figures. Neuroscience explains this as the brain waking before the body finishes its REM cycle. But spiritual traditions offer another explanation, that during astral re-entry, consciousness briefly overlaps dimensions, allowing us to perceive entities that exist in the in-between. If you experience this, remain calm. Focus on your breathing, visualize a protective light, and use it as a doorway. Many have turned sleep paralysis into a launchpad for lucid dreaming or intentional astral projection. Lucid dreams are another profound tool. These are dreams where you realize you're dreaming and can begin to control the narrative. Some people fly, others speak to their subconscious or seek out spiritual teachers. With training, lucid dreaming can be used to explore inner blockages, rehearse life scenarios, or expand awareness far beyond the limits of waking life. There are also reports of people visiting spiritual schools during sleep, places where they receive teachings, healing, or preparation for future challenges. These dreams feel organized, coherent, and often involve familiar symbols or recurring guides. Upon waking, some dreamers remember phrases or concepts they've never learned, only to find them in spiritual texts or ancient traditions later on. So what can you do to deepen your sleep experience? Begin with intentionality. Create a nighttime ritual. Dim the lights. Disconnect from digital devices. Spend a few minutes in gratitude or meditation. You can also use affirmations like, "I am safe as I sleep. I welcome healing and insight." Visualize a field of light surrounding your body. Set the tone for your inner journey, and always journal your dreams, even if you only remember fragments. Over time, you'll begin to spot patterns, messages, and themes. Your subconscious, and possibly your higher consciousness, is always speaking. You just have to listen. Ultimately, sleep isn't just about recovery. It's about return. Return to the deeper self. Return to the source of knowing. Return to the dimension where you're not bound by time, body, or limitation. And every single night, without exception, you are granted passage. You're not just dreaming. You're remembering who you truly are. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment and share your most powerful dream experiences. Let others know what you've discovered in the hidden realms. And if you'd like us to dive deeper into astral projection, lucid dreaming, or shared consciousness, let us know. Remember, your bed is not just a place of rest, it's your launch pad, and sleep is just the beginning.